Hello everyone, Twan Michelle here, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Coach and mental health therapist. And today I'm going to tell you 5 ways to become a narcissist repellent. To make these people not only think that they don't have a chance with you, but also that they don't even want an opportunity to be with you. You want to put yourself in a position where you are not found to be attractive to these people, where they are not seeking you out, where they don't think that you're going to be an easy target for them. Narcissists do choose a certain type of person. And let me just say this first, there are exceptions. Every time I tend to make a general statement about narcissism in general and some of their behaviors, I get, well, what about this? What about that? There are always exceptions. So typically when we are talking about someone with a narcissistic personality disorder, they are going to choose someone that they think is easily victimized, that they think is an easy target for them, someone that they can more easily manipulate, maybe someone who is more vulnerable emotionally, does not have a lot of self-confidence. Narcissists can tend to pick these people out in a crowd. Now, there are some narcissists, I am aware, who like to target people who they think are strong, people who they think are highly confident, people who they think will be kind of hard to break down because they see that as a challenge. Now, I have my own thoughts and beliefs about that. For one, I think that does happen occasionally, but typically the narcissist discovers that this person is not easily breakable and they're going to move on to the other person. So this type of person may be someone that I'm referring to when I mention being a narcissist repellent. After a while, the narcissist is going to discover I can't manipulate you in the way that I can manipulate others, and they don't have time for that. There are too many easy targets out there. And then another thing is that sometimes when someone appears to have it all together and and they appear to be really strong and confident in themselves, that is often a facade. So when we say that, the narcissist chooses these really strong people, are we certain that that's who they really are at their core, or if they are compensating for maybe some insecurities or feelings of inadequacy within that makes them more susceptible to the narcissist. So I don't know. There are, like I said, exceptions to everything, but just from my personal and professional experience, the narcissist tends to seek out someone who is already a bit broken, and they can also see past that facade. They can see when this is a front, you really are not that strong. They can see straight through that and they're going to come after you. But anyway, let me give you the 5 ways you can become a narcissist repellent to make them totally turned off and not even want to be with you. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to have total, complete, radical self-love. The more you love yourself, the more you are not going to tolerate the narcissist behaviors. The more you love yourself, the more you're going to seek out healthy and positive experiences for yourself. You're going to seek out things that are self-nurturing. You're going to have self-compassion. You're going to have self-esteem, self-confidence, self-acceptance. And you are not going to accept anyone in your life who does not give you that same thing, who does not treat you the same way that you know you deserve to be treated. The narcissist tactics is not going to work on you because you know who you are when you fully love yourself. When you don't, that's when they get a door in. That's when they start with the love bombing and all of those things that we so desperately need from outside sources when we're not able to give that to ourselves. So, radical self-love is 100% a narcissist repellent. In addition to radical self-love, you want to have some really healthy and permeable boundaries. You want to recognize those red flags. You want to set those limits early. You want to let them know this is not acceptable. This will not be tolerated by me. And if you cannot treat me in the way that I expect to be treated, then I will cut you out of my life. So you have to set those boundaries with the narcissist. You have to teach them how to treat you. You have to let them know that I'm not having this. It's not okay. Set healthy boundaries. When you set healthy boundaries and the narcissist knows that they can't penetrate those boundaries, they're not going to want anything to do with you. Now, if you're in a situation where you have to be involved with this narcissist, maybe you're divorced and have children by them or whatever, then you still can set those boundaries. Of course, they are still going to be a part of your life, But setting healthy boundaries and setting healthy limits, in fact, is going to be even more important than. The third way to become a narcissist repellent is refuse to be supply. Don't take the bait from them. Don't give them the time, attention, energy that they're seeking to get from you. Recognize when the narcissist is attempting to use you to meet their own needs. Narcissists use people to feed their ego, to meet their needs, to make them feel good about themselves. And they do that through a lot of different ways. The main one being manipulating situations, having control over you, making you feel powerless, making you feel helpless, tearing down your self-esteem, getting you to put their needs, their wishes, their desires above your own, sacrificing yourself. They're not going to want you to have your own life, your own friends. They're going to want to isolate you, which is typical of folks who are abusive. So recognize that the narcissist is trying to put you in a position where everything you do, your total existence, is about meeting their needs. That is called supply. Refuse to do that. Take care of yourself. And it really all goes back to the first thing I said. When you have radical self-love for yourself, you take care of yourself, you do what you need for yourself, you put your feelings first, you understand that the more you pour into your own cup, then the overflow you have available to others. And the narcissist wants to drain you of everything you have for yourself by giving everything to them. The fourth way you want to become a narcissist repellent is to heal any past traumas. Like I said, narcissists seek out certain types of people that they think are easy targets for them. So you want to make sure that any childhood wounds, any past traumas, any issues in your past that you need to grieve, that you work on doing that. Seek some help. Get some professional help if you need to. Seek out therapy. The more we feel broken, wounded, damaged, the more we are likely to be susceptible to someone who is skillful at evoking feelings with us that have the opposite effect. If I have very low self-esteem because of previous traumas and previous failed relationships, then when someone comes along and they're love bombing me and they're giving me all of this extreme attention and affection and building me up, I am going to fall for that. I also have to look at my family of origin and what those relationships were like. Was there trauma there? Was there emotional abuse? Was there neglect? Was my family of origin dysfunctional and I'm attracted to that and that's what I'm familiar with? And so I seek out those relationships. Recognize where the traumas are, do the work, get healed, start the journey, and the narcissist is not going to be attracted to you. And the last thing you want to do to become a narcissist repellent is you want to change your thinking. You want to change your thinking from one of a victim mindset where you feel helpless and powerless, and you want to recognize that you are the creator of your own life. You have the power to make the decisions that you want to make about your own life. You have the power to do something differently. You have the power to set limits. You have the power to decide, I'm not going to tolerate this in my life. Now, I understand that there are circumstances in which it is not very easy to do that. I understand that we get trapped in abusive situations, and that's why I'm talking about this. And that's why it's so important to do your healing work, heal any past traumas, grieve any past losses, do what you need to do to get yourself in a position of wellness, strength, emotional stability, and most importantly, make sure you are loving on yourself 100%. Radical self-love is the key to recovery from narcissistic abuse, and it is the key to preventing these types of patterns in your relationships. So that's all I have, y'all. Let me know if you have any thoughts or ideas about how you can become a narcissist repellent. And also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with those who you think may benefit from it. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? I'd love to have you be a part of this community. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.